It's very confusing when people just talk about awakening. Awakening is a process, and you can call the whole process awakening, but there are stages of it, and there are challenges that come along with it. It's part of the adventure, it's part of the learning experience. We are in a game of life, and this is touched upon on all disciplines, although they may not use that language. And that's a tip that I want to share is don't get too caught up on literal language. If you're on a spiritual path, if you're on a mystical path, it's extremely important to realize that most of the teachings are coded in metaphor. Some of that was for protection. At the time, these were dangerous ideas, but also it's protection for the spiritual student. You're not supposed to start accessing things until you have the discipline, the balance, the strength physically and mentally to deal with these concepts. But it's also just to be playful, right? It's just part of the path, right? Is to figure out and understand that it's all in riddles. A learning experience, adaptive learning, we get to choose our own adventure, right? We see all these little pieces of things fitting in that we already know. We ask the big questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What's the meaning of life? And those big questions actually launch the spiritual quest. At some level, psychological level, metaphorical level, mystical level, that when we ask those questions, we start receiving those answers. It stands for activation, awakening, questioning, upgrade, evening out, shifting, and testing. The path and the quest is not about killing off part of ourselves. That is like the silliest, most confusing, and frankly, self-destructive teaching. It's about integration, moving to another level of understanding and awareness. Ultimately, all of the teachings point to this idea of transcending, of resurrection, of rebirth, again, metaphorical. We are transcending our BS, our bogus self. So when I talk about BS, it is both the bogus self or ego, and it's also the bullshit that limits us, that we tell ourselves because we are trapped in this limited ideal. When you get to the point of really understanding how ridiculously, absurdly complex this all is, it's kind of hard not to laugh. People who get it, who get that sort of absurd balance of everything that's going on, there is laughter. It doesn't mean that you don't take it seriously, but you also understand and have this perspective of like, oh, there's another level to this. This is why this has happened. Okay. We're all going to rise together. And that's like such an important part of the teaching, is that it's not like a special group's going to ascend. Either we all ascend together or we don't. Everybody gets the call at some point. You're special, you've got superpowers, you need to save the world. We all get that message. And people who are like a little stuck in delusion go, ooh, I'm the one, I'm God, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, no, we all are. And the twist, the beautiful part about it is we all can change the world together if we make new choices in this moment and we believe in it and we commit to it. The future is not determined. That's like such an important thing. We are free in this moment to make new choices. We are free in this moment to make new choices. We are free in this moment to make new choices.